Coffee first. So we are at a remodel right now, and that's why it's all kind of messy. But I want to let you know that we're going to be starting a new video series called Real Estate Basics. And basically what it is just the basics of real estate. Today, what we're going to be talking about is how to find the right agent for you. And think of it like this. This is the context of how we're going to go about this. You and I, we've been best friends for 25 years, and we live in separate states. You are in the market for either a new home or you need to sell a property. And I'm a real estate agent in a different state, and I'm just here to give you some value. The first thing is experience. Experience is such a broad term. Really what it's gonna boil down to is asking the right questions specifically about that person's experience that will help you uncover the right information to find out, is this the person that I am looking for? And do I feel comfortable working with it? And so I wrote down a few questions. I didn't bring a mic. Should I use this? All right, question number one that you should be asking. How long has that agent been in the business? Now, length is important, right? But is it really? If you think about it, like if somebody who's been in the business for a week, you know that they probably don't have a ton of experience. But in the same turn, if somebody's been in the business for like 20 years, is that necessarily a good thing? And so the questions that you want to ask that person who's been in the business for longer than, let's say, a year is, tell me about how many clients you've worked, how many transactions have you been in? Because really repetition, going through the fire of having to deal with transaction after transaction and situation is what experience is all about. So you want to find out like, okay, if this person's been in the business for X amount of years, like 10 years, or let's just say, how many people have you worked with? Have you worked with 10 since then? So really that comes out to one client per year? Or is that 20 per year, 30 per year, whatever it might be? Every transaction is an up and down process. It's never smooth, right? There's only been a few situations in my entire career where a transaction has been smooth from front to end. Most of them have hiccups. So you want to find out, okay, well, how much experience does this person have in the years that they've been in the business? Next question, what type of clients do they generally work with? Now, there are some agents who specifically work with a specific demographic, and that's completely fine. Or maybe they work with first-time home buyers only, or empty nesters, or whatever the case may be. You've got to find that out because it's going to be important for you to find out, does this person have the experience that I need for my particular situation? So if you're a first-time home buyer and you find somebody who has been in the business for a long time, is very active, and specifically works with first-time home buyers, you might be in a good situation there. The next thing that you want to ask them is, what areas have you worked in? Now, areas are important. Real estate is a location-based business. And so if you have somebody who meets all of those previous requirements, but has never bought or sold in the area that you're looking in or wanting to sell in, that could be another issue. The real estate process from, let's say, all throughout California is generally the same, right? In terms of how you buy and sell real estate. The nuances of a particular community is a valuable thing, right? Because every neighborhood is different. It just requires understanding so much, and through longevity and through experience and through working in that area and driving the area, you find out things that most people don't know, and you can basically fast forward if you find somebody that knows about a specific area. The next thing that you want to know is, what type of homes do they sell? So there are condos, there's townhomes, there's manufactured homes, there's all sorts of stuff, right? Single family homes, everything. What are you looking for? Are you looking for a condo? Are you looking for a townhome? Are you looking for a single family home? And does this person have that type of experience in those particular types of property? Because in a condo community, you will often find that there's like an HOA. And so there are certain things about that particular style of home that may not necessarily be associated to like a single family home that doesn't have that. You want to find a person who has the experience of going through some of that stuff because it's going to help you tremendously. Next thing. All right, do they tend to work with buyers, sellers, or both? Now, there are some agents who who say that they only want to work with sellers. Okay, cool. And there's other agents that only work with buyers. Which one are you? Are you looking to buy? Are you looking to sell? What I would say is, if you were to ask me, you want to find somebody who has an even balance, right? You want to have somebody that works with sellers and buyers, because there are two parts of the transaction. There's two ways to look at this situation. And if you only work with one type of agent that works with only one type of clientele, then you're limiting yourself to getting the understanding of. And so once you start to look for agents, you want to find out, okay, what does this person specialize in? And does that fit what I'm looking for? But if you can find somebody who does all of it, that's what you consider a well-rounded agent. Next thing is, what have you done for me lately? No, what have you done lately? Let's say that all of those previous criteria is met. Everything is perfect, but the real estate agent hasn't sold any properties in the last 2 years. Could that be an issue? Yeah, it could be an issue, because markets change, things change. Like, it's so different now, right? I mean, look at all the artificial intelligence that's going on in the last few weeks. And you get somebody who's like,
what? Artificial intelligence? I don't know anything about that.
Or, I don't know how to use an iPad, right? I don't have an iPhone. Like, come on. You don't have an iPhone. That's it. That's another criteria that you need to just X out, right? Sorry, Android users, but iPhones are just the blue bubbles. Blue bubbles. That's all I have to say. But no, you want to find somebody who has experience lately, right? I mean, you want somebody that's been working with clientele or people and families and stuff like that in the most recent timeline. So experience matters. Experience, and the right experience matters, right? So ask the right questions. Ask these questions and find that person. Right? Find the right fit. This is a big deal for you, and don't settle. That's just experience, right? There's so many other things that we could talk about, but I'll leave it at that. Look for experience and ask those particular questions. They're all gonna be listed below.